When the Mayflower is in full bloom and the blue skies ring with cheerful bird song, summer truly has arrived here in our part of the world. The abundance summer usually brings was slow to unfold though. With frosty nights and cool days, the grass was reluctant to grow. The horses had to wait patiently in the gravel paddock for the grass to catch up. Other years I had them out eating grass in late April. This year this was pushed back to mid-May. Flora found her own giraffe-style way to get some extra greens into her tummy. She is full of energy these days after the drama with her colic last month. And she loves testing her returned strength at home and putting it to the test in the field, now that we are allowed out and about again after the last lockdown.
Dolly, how did you get to the other side of this fence? You jump, crawl, fly?
Dolly focuses on getting to the greener side of the fence at home, now that finally everyone is allowed out on grass. Only getting back to the other horses can be tricky when you forgot how you got out in the first place. Gulliver is full of beans these days and turned into a very sociable little chap. Henry isn't too sure about being asked to play the part of big cousin.
Henry. Up. Guys.
Most of the time, Gulliver spends out in the field with his mum and granny, sometimes carefully supervised by the dogs, or he gets visits from his dad in the barn. The seeds are not having an easy start this year. It's been so dull and cold that they just take it very slowly. All German seeds that we were sent have come up though. Lots of cabbage. And the beans from northern Germany too. It is the time of year again for the garlic pushing out scapes, and for us to go around picking them off so that the bulbs can grow well. There are secret visitors in our garden. A bit of a problem I have to sort, because these little wild rabbits just love the tops of my onions a bit too much, it seems. My early potatoes are struggling to catch up after the frost damaged them in April, but they are still there. The potatoes Tim planted in our greenhouse are ready to harvest.
More potatoes. Not many. One. They look nicer, don't they?
New potatoes in May. What a treat. Oh, Tim, this is delicious. Look at it.
Good. Did you eat?
Homegrown new potatoes.
And that's our mackerel and lots of garlic scapes.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, what a feast.
Let's have a look, shall
Our
we?
two ducks, Daphne and Sally, seemed to long for a partner, so I got them a drake from the market.
Hiya. Hi, little Drake. You're in your new home now?
And they happily walked off with him to show him around his new home or whatever they were planning back in the orchard. A fine flock of poultry we have now. The children decided that we should call the drake Swanee, and one fine, elegant swan-necked drake he is. And would you look at Goldie the gosling? He is huge now. Well, he basically hasn't stopped eating since he hatched. Even when he's talking and resting, he keeps on plucking that tasty grass. Sean and his younger brother are busy clearing the field where the new shed is going up. We have very exciting times ahead of us, with the diggers moving in to prepare the ground for the shed in only 2 weeks' time. With Sean, our therapy sheep, being so extremely friendly, his younger brother is just as sociable.
Seansy.
I can see now that it was probably a mistake to overwinter that lamb, as it will be very hard for me to send him on his final journey. Friendly little fella he is.
Oh, Sean, don't eat the camera.
Harriet and Tilda are successfully raising a great bunch of lambs. And all lambs share with their mothers a hearty approach to tucking into their dinner. The starlings have chosen to nest right above the big barn doors, and there's constant traffic back and forth by both parents to provide a steady flow of meals for their young chicks. Only that they get very nervous when watched, even from a distance. They are such attentive and careful parents. Plenty of swallows around, but sadly none have chosen to nest in the barn or under the roof of our house this year for some reason. We had another visitor here for a while, Oberon, a nearly 4-year-old handsome pony.
Boy, well done. Well done.
It was his first time away from home ever, and he had a hard time handling that. One of his ways of expressing his misgivings was to kick poor Tim really hard in his leg. And Tim hasn't been the same since, limping around, but he is slowly on the mend now. Oberon got over his homesickness eventually and learned how to be ridden. He's actually a nice little horse. But that just shows how dangerous it can be to be in the wrong place at the wrong time with a horse you don't know. Tim was lucky he got away with a bad bruise. And Oberon, he probably didn't even notice that he hurt Tim. He's been enjoying his rides out more and more with me, turning into a confident riding pony. And he's getting ready to go home today. Somehow I think Tim won't join in with me in waving him goodbye.